Marco Polo brings back to medieval Europe the story of the Buddha, couched in the frame of a story about Barlaam and Josaphat, or Bilawar and Buddhisaf. The point is, Josaphat is Bodhisattva, another reference to the Buddha, as well as the Mahayana salvation figure we discussed in Units 3 and 5. According to this story, Josaphat sits under a tree until he finally has a vision of Christ. Kinda sounds familiar, don't you think? In Islam, that same old Kushana empire, though ravaged by Islamic incursion, will also be the source of Sufi Islam. In Sufism, one seeks to acquire the same mental awareness that Muhammad had, and they are famous for their whirling dancing to incite meditations that ideally will lead them to fana, which is the destruction of the self. That sounds familiar, and of course, Sufi Islam is generally not accepted by the other two main branches of Muslims, Shia and Sunni. So those doctrines are heretical, as are the Gnostic ones in Christianity. But the idea that Buddhism made no impact on that Western world seems like a farther stretch than speculating about possible connections. Then, through subsequent centuries, the Islamic world will kind of cut a wedge between East Eurasia and Western Eurasia. So contact with the West slims down until the colonial period,